Good day. In this video, we're going to look at triangles, which you must know of by heart to use in answering geometry questions involving triangles. Firstly, if you want to work out the perimeter of a triangle, there is no formula. You just add side 1 with side 2 with side 3. So to work out the perimeter of this triangle, you will just write perimeter of triangle ABC is AB plus BC plus CA. Fill in the numbers, get the final value and say units. If it was centimeters, you'll write centimeters. If they don't say anything, you just write units. If you don't understand this, look at the videos on perimeters of triangles. Next, you must know how to work out the area of a triangle. There's a formula, half times the base times the perpendicular height. If you want to work out the area of this triangle, you'll write down the formula. Area of a triangle is half times base times perpendicular height. You may also write half times b times perpendicular height. Eventually, we'll just write the area of a triangle is half times b times h. Then in this case, the base here is 6 and the height is 4. So you'll fill in a half times the 6 times the 4. Use a calculator, get the answer, 12 units square. Please look at the video, area of triangles. Really try and get your head around the following fact. In any triangle, opposite the shortest side is the smallest angle. There is the shortest side and opposite him is the smallest angle. Here, opposite the longest side, you'll find the biggest angle, always. Like I said, opposite the longest side is the biggest angle. And therefore, what we're going to explain to you now is opposite equal sides are equal angles. Very important. So here is your first triangle theorem. It says the angles opposite the equal sides in a triangle are equal. Abbreviation, angles opposite equal sides of a triangle. So if you see a triangle like this and they indicate that this side and this side is equal, you will write angle B is equal to angle A. You give them a reason. Angles opposite equal sides. In some textbooks you might find, they say in triangle ABC and they mention the two sides that are equal. In my videos, I will always use this one, angles opposite equal sides. Remember, in most places in maths, we go forward and backward. Here is the converse of the previous theorem. It says, the sides opposite equal angles in a triangle are equal. Abbreviation, sides opposite equal angles. Example, if they give you a triangle like this and they indicate that that angle and that angle is equal, you will write DF is equal to DE. This line and this line is equal. Sides opposite equal angles. In some books, you'll find this reason. They say this is the triangle and those are the two equal angles. We will use the reason, sides opposite equal angles, which is these. Please stop the video and get your brain around these two theorems, the theorem and the converse. The next theorem you must know off by heart is the Pythagorean theorem, and also know the words. It says here, in a right angled triangle, the square of the hypotenuse is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides. Your reasoning would be Pythagoras or Pythagoras theorem. It only works on a right-angled triangle. In this case, you'd write AC squared is equal to BC squared plus AB squared. Your reason, Pyth. Please look at the video, Pythagoras in layman's terms. Like all good theorems, there's a converse to this theorem. This says, if the square of the longest side in a triangle is equal to the sum of the squares of the other two sides, then the triangle is right-angled. Your reasoning would be converse Pythagoras. They gave us a triangle, they gave us the three sides, and they asked, is this a right-angled triangle? You write, I check Pythagoras. You write long square equals to short square plus short square. That is what you will check. Then you'll take the longest guy first. You'll say the left-hand side is FE squared, that's long one. So that gives me a 10 squared and that gives me 100. Then you'll take the right-hand side. And you'll say right-hand side is DE squared plus DF squared. Fill in the numbers and get the answer is also 100. then you'll write the left-hand side equals the right-hand side equals 100. Pythagoras converse. That means this is a right angle triangle. The right angle is opposite the longest side. I wrote it here. Triangle DEF is right angled at angle D. Just for us, it's opposite the long side. Also remember, if these three numbers work out, then we call it Pythagorean triplets. Second last theorem of this video says, the interior angles of a triangle are supplementary, meaning it adds up to 180 degrees. Abbreviation, sum of angles in a triangle or interior angles of a triangle. In any triangle, like this one, triangle ABCA, you can write the x plus the y plus the a is 180 degrees, your reason int angles of a triangle. You could also have written angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180 degrees, interior angles of a triangle. Please look at the video on interior angles of triangles where we practice this. The last video says the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. Abbreviation, angles triangle. So what they're saying is that angle there at B is equal to E plus A. You can write it one of two ways. You can say small b is equal to small a plus a small e, exterior angles of a triangle. Or you can say angle H2 is equal to angle F plus angle G. So that exterior angle is equal to those two angles added together. Look at the video, exterior angles of a triangle, where we practice this. Really put your mind to these two. The interior angles of a triangle add up to 180, are supplementary, and the exterior angle of a triangle is equal to the sum of the interior opposite angles. So these three add up to 180, and that one outside there is equal to those two. Please indicate whether you liked or disliked the video and subscribe to the channel. If you run into any problem with triangles, you may send a clear WhatsApp photo of your problem to this number and a clear WhatsApp photo of where you tried it. Then we will try and help you and send back an answer to you as soon as possible. Enjoy triangles.